Hey guys, it's Jan and happy Comic-Con weekend. I am posing a question today to my dear buddy Danny Fingeroth, and I would normally do this in person. Danny, as many of you, I'm sure you know, was the editor of Spider-Man comics and an iconic person in the comic book world. So you can also check out a wonderful panel that Danny and I did for Comic-Con last year with some amazing people, and it's called Your Cinematic Universe. So check that out. But my question to Danny today comes up in the form of this comic book, Shadow Riders, which is from Marvel UK, which the mystery starts here. Marvel UK, this book is not on the Marvel Unlimited comic book app, which I subscribe to. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's already not there. And when I started researching it, I opened the book and before even reading the story, I'm like, hey, well, who's behind this book? And Tony Isabella, another iconic comic book and Marvel creator, was the editor-in-chief of Marvel UK for a while. And I'm wondering if it was during his tenure that this book came out. My question, and how this all connects to Tony and to my question, is Tony had a controversy between him and Jim Shooter when he wanted to add a character that was essentially Jesus in the Ghost Rider comic book. And it wasn't called Jesus, and he kind of looked like a hippie who was on the street or something along the lines of that. But he would give wisdom to Ghost Rider so that Ghost Rider could embody more higher ideals in his character through the story. And the way the controversy goes, from what I've read, is that essentially Jim Shooter, my father's mentor, didn't like the idea, essentially tore up the idea, because he didn't want to frame Marvel as a Christian universe. And I completely understand that. It's a universe that's open to all people, and he didn't want to necessarily frame it as such. Tony had said, hey, well, we have so many iterations in Marvel of hell and devils, but no iteration of like God consciousness, essentially. So these are it's a really deep, interesting conversation there. And this connects to my question. Now my question, you go to the back of this book, you have the bullpen bulletins. And I remember this from a kid. I remember a bunch of these. But this one in particular has writing on the side. It's very small and very, I wouldn't even notice it if I wasn't combing through this book, because I found the controversy so interesting. And I'll read you some of the stuff that's written in very small print around here. Divining, mind reading, faith, healing, channeling, transcendental meditation, astral projection, auras, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. And this is an interesting mechanic, because this is a mechanic from when you look at what's happening here that some of the greatest organizations around the world do. It's a tactic of great leaders to inscribe in your infrastructure and wherever that manifests powerful words. So my question to Danny is, Danny, who approved the text in this blue border? And if you know anybody that has information on this, please let me know. I'm going to reach out to Tony Isabella on this through Autumn, who has interviewed him before. But I'm just super interested in this because Marvel, in and of itself, is such an expansive, wonderful universe. And when I say expansive, I mean it is equipped for the characters to continually expand their minds and their outlook on the world. So, we'll see. Thanks, Danny.